Hi everybody, welcome back to the Bolt Hole Biker and to test ride number 3. Today's test ride is the Ducati Multistrada 950S, and to be perfectly honest, this is the bike that started this all off. This is the one that has given me the Multistrada itch that I have felt the need to scratch. So watch on to see what I think of this bike and to see whether it lives up to my expectations.
So here we are at Ducati Leeds, which I wasn't sure if I was at the right place because it's got Triumph written all over it, but Triumph's on one side and Ducati's on the other. So I'm on the 950 first. Oh, I love the look of the Multistrada. I'd probably have it in red, but it's a bike that very, very much appeals to me looks wise. Tiptoeing it on both sides, but that's not unusual for me, as I mentioned. Right, we're off ski. Keyless again, which is nice. You're sat much closer to the front of the bike on the Multistrada than I was on the BMWs. I feel like I'm sat inside the bike as opposed to on it. Yeah, the seat kind of cups you, not in the way that the seat did on the BMW S1000 XR, where that kind of cupped you at the sides as well. This is very comfy. I think I'd want to put a different exhaust can on because it's a bit quiet, but that's an easy fix. So screen, nice and easy to do on the fly. I'm in second gear, 20 miles an hour, not having to fettle the clutch. It's nicely balanced, nice and easy to ride slowly. Riding along here at effectively just walking pace, really, really nicely balanced, nice and easy. I'm in touring mode. I'll leave it in that for now until I get out of the town, and then I'll stick it into sport. Screen looks slightly cluttered, if I'm honest, but I'm sure that if you had a little look into it and got to understand what was on it, it would be fine. But there's quite a lot of information. I'm sure you don't need all of that information on there all at once. It's got nice big mirrors. Come on, let me get riding. The first thing that I'm very surprised about actually is that it feels like a much smaller bike than the GS, because I've always thought of the Multistrada as being a fairly large bike, and it isn't small, but this feels much smaller than the GS did, and much slimmer as well. I have to say, down at these low speeds it's really well mannered, no jerkiness. I'm in third gear now, I'm only doing 21 miles an hour, and it's very, very happy with that. So the fueling down at the low end is lovely. Right, let's give this quick shifter a go. Smooth, very smooth. Yeah, the quick shifter is absolutely buttery smooth. Oh, it sounds nice when you give it a bit of beans as well. I reckon I'll put a decent can on that at the end, and that'll be very nice. What's the blipper like? Yeah, also very nice. I've got no wind on my arms or chest at all. I don't know how it's keeping it off my arms, because the screen's not wide, it's a narrow screen, but I'm in completely clean air, apart from right at the top of my helmet. I've got a bit of dirty air, which I'll reserve judgment on until I get onto a little bit of a faster road. Oh, it does go. Bloody hell, it does go. Yes, it does. Woohoo! Quick bike, no doubt about that. That's good, because that was one of the things I was a little bit concerned about with the 950, was that it might not have any guts, but that's fast enough for the road. Certainly for me anyway. I don't need to be going any quicker than that. And the pickup's nice and quick, and very smooth, but still with a bit of character. Still enjoyable. That's what I didn't get quite as much yesterday from the XR. I mean, much faster bike. That XR would probably look at this and laugh. Wonder if I can find some twisties where your legs meet the sides of the bike. It's a really good width and nice and comfortable. I like being able to press my legs up against the side of the bike comfortably. And I have to say, as I've been going along, that little bit of turbulent air at the top of the helmet has been pretty insignificant, to be honest with you. And when you compare it to the buffeting that I get on a naked bike, it's massively improved. Yep, it's got the beans. It's got the beans. Oh, I see here that there's a little icon at the bottom that's just got a single helmet, which means that it's just a single rider, and then you can have, you know, 2 helmets if you're taking a pillion, 2 helmets and a bag if you're pillion and luggage, 1 helmet and a bag if you're one, you know, if it's just luggage. So that's your semi-active suspension preset settings. And I'm pretty sure from what I've read that you can also set your own preferences as well and save those as another setting. It is so comfortable that I'll be honest with you, you don't feel the speed that you're doing. A couple of times I've looked down and I've actually been going just not masses faster, but a bit faster than what I thought I was doing, because it is a very smooth power delivery. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Brakes are really good. Brembos, you expect them to be good. Suspension feels lovely. Oh, I'm still only in touring mode as well. Let's get in a proper mode. Okay, I'm going to get into sport mode. Okay, sport, closed throttle. Lovely. Right, I'm in sport mode now, and it comes up with it in red, so you're fully aware of you're in sport. Can I feel any difference? Let's have a little feel when I wind it on a bit. Yeah, I can feel a difference already. It's made the throttle response livelier. Not sure how much livelier yet, because I've got a car in front of me. But he will be dispatched very soon. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do, I like it when you can really feel a difference between road and sport. Or touring, I think it was called on there, in sport. That obviously does something to the suspension as well, but I must admit I didn't feel that. But I'm not really in a twisty road scenario at the moment. Front brake's brilliant. Clutch is nice and light. Quick shifter's smooth as anything. Now this looks like it might be a little bit twisty. This is a really nice sporty ride, but incredibly comfortable. It's a sat upright sporty ride, if that makes any sense. It seems to tip into the bends really lovely. I'm not sure what tyres it's got on it, but I feel very confident in the bends. Similar to what I said about the XR yesterday, it's actually an easy bike to ride fast, but unlike the XR, I like the ride quality. There we go, a little bit of twisty. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Yeah, this is a bike that you can hustle on. I've got a little bit of warmth on the inside of my legs. It's not hot by any stretch, but I can feel a bit of warmth off the engine there. One of the things I really like about the Multistrada is the luggage looks like it should be on the bike. They look like part of the bodywork. They look like they're supposed to be there, and I do want them to look right. The switch gear's all quite nice, similar to on the BMWs. When you click them, you do get a definite click, so you know you've clicked it. There we go. Now we might have a little bit of playtime. Yes. Whee! Very having the wide bars, it gives you a decent bit of leverage into the bends as well, which is nice. It seems to hustle pretty well. It seems very flickable, very agile, feels quite light, tips in nicely, pulls out the bends nicely. On a couple of the bends that I did a little while ago, I trail braked into them. Absolutely fine. Tyres are lovely. Average miles per gallon, 52.4. I think that's good. I know some people want to get 60 odd out of the bikes, but for me that's good. Back brake hasn't got much though. Just had to stop off and change the battery. There she is. Very pretty bike. Prefer it in red. So to turn it on, I've got the key in my pocket. That livens up everything. See, it's got that nice graphic at the start and then it goes a bit basic. Okay, here we go. Boom. And we are off ski. Now I've stopped. There is a bit of warmth off the engine. On both sides of the engine actually. On my legs. It's a nice place to be. That's what the cockpit of this bike is. A nice place to be. It is a slightly top heavy bike. It does carry its weight, you know, quite high up. But I haven't found it unmanageable because of that. It's perfectly fine.
Well, as you can see from that, there are a couple of tiny foibles that I have with that bike, but they're things that are very easily put right, and by and large I have to say I love that bike. That is in the yes pile. Tune in again tomorrow for the last in my short series of test rides. Tomorrow it is the turn of the Ducati Multistrada V4S, the bonkers beast with radar. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye.